Yeah, hi, this is Kiran. Today I'm going to discuss about an example of JavaScript that is called image overlay. Now, what is an overlay? Overlay is nothing but a way of hiding the background and producing a foreground screen. Okay, for example, here I have placed a demo here. Now look at this one. So I do have a list of images on there. When I click this particular image, so it will hide the background that what we have seen till now that got what you can call which is the background got covered with a layer of foreground image. Okay, this is called a overlay. When I click on this, it will disappear. Check this. See, the background got dull here, and the background got covered with some sort of surface, the image surface. Check this one. Now, see, the background got hidden by this layer of foreground. Okay, so this type of uh, overlays can be found in our real-time examples. For example, paytm.com. You can go for the paytm.com. There you can find a login button. Click on the login button. Now you can see the background that what we have seen till now that got covered with the foreground layer. Okay, and the background also got dull in color. Okay, so here this Paytm is not using an image, it is using a dialog box. Upon this dialog box we have a username and password, etc, etc. Okay, but I want to make my example simple, so that is why I'm going to take an image here. So this is similar to this one. Okay, so when I click on this image, this is a foreground, and you can see the background got covered with this foreground just like a paytm.com. Okay, let's see how to develop this one. So first of all, in the HTML, we need to create what I can say, a list of images on my HTML page. So in the Sublime Text Editor, you just type HTML and press tab. It will automatically complete the remaining code. That is basic structure of HTML and JS example. I'm going to place this as a example image overlay. Okay, so in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an unordered list. Inside that, you can take li items. I'm going to take 5 li items, so that I'm going to list 5 images here. Okay, let's check this out. First of all, inside this, I want to place some images. Check this one. So in Sublime Text Editor, it is possible to enter multi-line editing. So that is possible here. So I'll just copy the source code of the image. So I do have my pictures here. Go to my pictures and I have sample pictures here. So just copy this part of the sample pictures slash. I'm going to use some of the images like this. So first let's check for the color AOALA dot JPG. Right. So now edit the remaining also. After that, LIGH lighthouse. After that, you can take desert. ESERT. These are the names that is available in mypixel.mypictures. Okay. So this tulips and this jellyfish dot jpg. All these are jpg images. Okay, so I place some images inside my li tag, which is inside the UL tag. Let us open this in my browser. Now I'll find a list of images here. Okay, now let me resize it. So for resize purpose, I'm going to create a folder, or otherwise I'll write my styles here itself, but I'm going to create a new folder for this. I want to separate my styles here, create a new file, save this style.css. Now inside the CSS, now go to UL item, okay, and go to li item. So inside this li item, after that image, now I'm going to change the image width and height. So what I can do, width 100 pixels, okay, height 100 pixels, and there should be a border. I want a border of 1 pixel, solid #00. Let's check this out. And here I'm going to place something like a list style type to be none. Okay, now let's refresh this one. Now I'm not getting this one. So I thought we need to link up the CSS file by using a link tag. So inside the CSS, style.css, or refresh the page. Now I got a list of images here. So when I click any one of these images, should be come as a foreground here. Okay, so I want to take a small image here. So I go for this particular small image. It has, so instead of a desert, I'm going to use this flower image. Okay, I'm getting this one. Okay, now we need to write some JavaScript code, that is in order to create a overlay. What is that? Something like script.js. I'm going to create a new file. So inside this file, what I'm going to do is I'm going to handle a click event. Okay, so whenever I click on these particular images, an event should be triggered. Okay, so a set of code to be executed. So for this purpose, when I click on this particular image, it should come as a foreground. So first of all, I need to handle this particular click event. So for this purpose, what I'm going to do is I need to recognize that particular image in my code by using a simple syntax like var my images equal to document dot. I'm getting all the images that is there inside my HTML page by using this document dot query selector select all. So by using this statement, I can get all the images with the image tag, okay, and will be placed inside this image variable as an array. Okay, so I can access these images as an array. If you want to check this out, well, let me connect this particular script file in to this particular index.html HTML page. So for this, I'm going to write a script tag. For this, use jsland style script.js. Okay, so just go to developer tools. So Moto, click on the developer tools in the Chrome. Okay, now click any one of these, or otherwise I'll refresh the page. Okay, I need to print those things. By using a console.log, I'm going to print all my images that is brought inside my JS file. Now refresh the page again. You will get all the images, 5 images that is there available inside the HTML page will be come as an array like this. Now you can see each an image with their specific, what you can call a specific URL path. Okay, likewise we have all images are there, all 5 images are there. Now you can see when I place mouse over on that particular thing, the image got highlighted. So we brought these images inside my HTML page into this script.js file by using this document.query selector all. Okay, so let me comment on this. I don't want this right now. After this, I want to focus on a particular image. I'm going to focus on this image. Why? Because this has less size when compared to the remaining images in my database. So I'm going to take this image. So what I'm going to do is uh, first of all, you have to list out the second element. Second element is nothing but this particular image. So my images of second means this will be this flower image. Okay, so for this I'm going to add an event listener, add event to handle the click event. So for this, click and write a callback function for this. inside this callback function, I'm going to write what are the code I'm going to do for the image overlay. Okay, so here I'm going to divide my image overlay functionality into different sections, like, okay, creating a overlay, that means hiding the background, okay, and showing a foreground. So after that, on the foreground, I'm going to create an image, create image on overlay. So these are the different sections of my program. After that, adding image to overlay. Finally, adding overlay to my HTML body. Okay, these are my logic got divided into four sections. One is creating overlay. Now let us create an overlay. Creating an overlay is nothing but take a div section, and with that div section, you have to hide the background. So for this purpose, what I'm going to do is var, I'm going to create a overlay. Okay, I have taken a overlay variable, which is focusing on document or something like, you can take my overlay. This will be good. My overlay document dot create element. So this method will create a dynamic HTML element inside your HTML page. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a div dynamically inside my HTML page. Here we don't have any div section, right? But I'm able to create this particular div section on fly. Okay. So my overlay. So my overlay is holding a div object. Got it? So for this, what I'm going to do is my overlay dot. I'm going to set the width and height of the div section. Generally, div will be 0 and 0, 0 by 0 pixels, 0 width and 0 height. Now I'm going to set that div section to the entire page. I want to place the div section to the fixed to entire page. For this purpose, I'm going to get the window width, window inner width, okay, plus to place this one. Similarly, you can get height object. Windows inner width and inner height values that is appended to this particular div section. My overlay is nothing but a div here. Okay. After that, I'm going to position my div section to be positioned at 0 by 0 pixels. So style dot. So anyway, for the time being, I'm going to remove this one. I don't want my position element. Later I concentrate on this. My overlay dot style dot background equal to, I'm going to apply some background color to this, okay, by using RGBA functionality, CSS RGBA 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0.4. let us take, I'm going to take, this is opacity of my background color. If I give all zeros with pure 1, okay, we'll see what happens when I click on this particular image. Okay, I haven't okay, I haven't added this particular div to my body, HTML body. So once I created a div section like this, a overlay like this, I have to add this overlay to my HTML body. So simply you can get that document dot body. I'm going to add this particular div what I have created now. Okay, that is going to be added to the body of my HTML page by using append child. Okay, so here place my overlay. Here I created an element. This will not create any element inside my HTML page. Now see, whenever I say, look at this one. In this code, you don't find any div sections. Okay, until unless it is executed. See, whenever a create element got executed, it will create a div element inside memory, not on the DOM, not on your HTML page. Whenever you place body.append child, then it will create an element inside your DOM or HTML page. Let's refresh this one. See, now you can see when I click on this particular thing, a new div got added to this with a width of 1366 pixels, and height is not added here. I think small. Refresh this one. See, there is no div section. See, when I click on this, a div section got added to this one, and there should be a background color should be there. There is no opacity for this one. Okay, transparency, pure transparency. Let's give this one again. Refresh the page. Click on this. I didn't get anything. I think I'm sorry about this. This is background color. Okay, now refresh the page. Click on this. The style has applied background color, but it's not displaying. Okay, so now let's see whether it is adding or not. Click on this particular image. A div got added. Come down. Now you can see a black color window is got appearing at the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to float it. My overlay dot style dot float property. Left. Instead of this, I'm going to use my overlay dot style dot position property equal to absolute my overlay dot style dot left equal to 0 pixels. Yes. Style dot left equal to 0 plus pixels. Refresh the page. Click on this. Still I'm appearing this particular background. So let me try with this float property. Float dot style dot float equal to left. Click on this. Float got added. I need to add the float property to my this thing also. Float. Now click on this particular image. Now you can find an image. Refresh the page again. Click on this. Now you can see a overlay with the background got hidden by this black color layer. That is your development. Now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to make my background color to be more transparent. Click on this. Now you can see a transparent background is going to be appeared on the foreground. If you want to increase the transparency, you put 0.4, refresh the page, click on this. So that is good for me. Okay. So once you created such type of overlay, now I want to create an image and then I want to add that image to that particular what do you call overlay. Okay. So here I'm going to create an image on the document dynamically, that is on fly, by using create element, just like how I created a div element inside of my HTML page. Similarly, I'm going to create an image tag by using JavaScript like this. Image.src equal to see here this event. So these particular images, for these particular images, I added an event listener. Whenever event got recognized by that particular image, okay, immediately it will send an object to this callback function. That means the click event, all the properties and methods of the click event will be encapsulated, and that particular object is passed to this particular function, callback function, as a parameter. So you need to receive that object inside this function by using this E or any name that you can give. Okay. So I'll explain again. whenever I click an image, okay, that means with the help of this add event listener, my source code is able to recognize this particular event handling. That means this click event. So immediately the JavaScript engine will encapsulate all the methods and properties of that particular click event as an object, and it will transfer that object into, it will transfer that object, that event object into this particular callback function. Okay, so this variable is going to receive that object. Okay, it's going to receive that particular object. Now, by using this click event object, I'm going to identify what what type of image and which type of images is I clicked on my HTML page. So I'm able to recognize that particular image. So here by using the syntax, event dot target dot ss in the sense. So event is nothing but your object generated by whenever I click this particular image. Okay, and target is nothing but your image tag. And finally, you can see dot src. That means for that particular image, we have a src attribute is there. Now, see, go to developer tools. When I click on this image, something I want to print here, console.log on. Just try to print this one. Here, inside this one. When I click on this, you will see a mouse event got generated as an object. So it will contain a list of properties and methods. So inside that, you will have a target element is there, target. Click on this target. Okay, you have something called src attribute will be there. Come down. You have a src attribute is there, or sorry, src uh, property is there. This property is pointing to this particular image, this particular flower image inside my database. Okay, so I'm going to get this particular src image. Okay, and this image source, whatever the source is there, that is going to be added to my new image. This is a new image I'm going to create here. Okay, over the time being, I don't want this one, remove it. I don't want it. Push again. Close this one down. So once I added an image, okay, that means I'm going to retrieve this image and placing on that what is it called this particular image, new image onto this particular. Sorry, one second. I'm going to retrieve this particular image and I'm going to place that particular image source onto my new image, image.src. Okay. So I'm retrieving the image source, current image source by using this event.target.src. Once I got the source, now I'm going to resize my image. Why? Because in the style attribute, we have image width and height is there. So I need to resize it. Okay, that is fine whether it is working or not. Just click on this. That's not getting. So once you created an image, then you have to add this to your overlay. Adding image to overlay, you have to add this one. So how do I do that? So my overlay dot append chain of image tag. This image. I'm going to add this particular variable to this particular div section. Okay, by using this append chain. Refresh again, click on this. Now you will see image is got highlighted, image got appeared on this foreground. Okay, but this to be centered and this to be original sized image. So how do I do that? So for this purpose, what I'm going to do inside this adding image, here itself I'm going to do some changes here. Image dot, I'm going to make some changes for this position of the image. Image dot style dot equal to I need to get the values to be position center. So if you want to make this image to be center, first of all, I want the uh, full sized image, okay, not this 100 by 100 pixels image. So I want full size image. For this purpose, I want to change this particular image tag. I don't want to apply these properties directly to this image. So for this purpose, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the path of this. So how do I do that? So actually image tag, I want to apply the width and height properties to those images which are there inside li and uli. Okay, not not on top of div section. Okay, this image is on top of div section. These images are inside my ul section. Okay, so for this purpose, what I'm going to do, ul immediate child of li, something like that. So here, these properties are applied to these particular things only, not for this one. Okay, so that I will get a bigger size of image. Now refresh this page. Okay, click on this. Now you can see big size. Why? Because these properties are only applied to these particular images only, not for the image that is appearing on the div section, that is on the foreground. So it's our duty to bring this particular image to the center of this particular page. Okay, how do I do that? So for this, I'm going to use something like, instead of this, so centering of an entering image, something like that. So for this purpose, first of all, you need to uh, the style property, style dot position property equal to absolute image dot style dot left property. Here in this case, what I'm going to do is, here what I'm going to do is, uh, I want the size of the image as well as I want the size of the complete window. So if you want to position this particular thing to the center, you need to move this image to the horizontally to the right side and vertically from top to bottom, right? So what I'm going to do is, uh, I'm going to calculate the position of this with the two variables. So var x equal to, if you want to move this particular image to the center horizontally, I'm going to remove what I can say, this horizontal width of the image from this actual window size. Now let's see how it is going to be. Window dot inner width minus, what is the width of this particular image? Image dot width. Now let's see. Okay. I'm going to add that x here. So for this position left property, I'm adding an x here. That x is calculated like this. Okay. I subtracted from something from this. Click on this. Now you got the, what you can call the complete width. Okay. So first of all, let me check what value I'm getting in this case. So this is the way you have to debug all this. So I'm going to print this console.log.x. Let's check this value. Actually, the window size is, the window width is 1366 pixels. When I click on this, I'm getting 966. That means the width of this image got subtracted from the actual window. That is why it's placed here. So if you want to bring this to the center, what you have to do? You have to divide this by 2 so that this image will become at the center of this particular horizontal section. So what I'm going to do is this to be by 2. Click on this. Now you can see just what I did is simply assume this is my window size. Okay, this is my image size. I subtracted this image size from this window size. So let us assume the window size is of 1366 pixels, which is 1366 pixels, right? Assume this is of 200 pixels. This width is 200 and 300 pixels, assume like that. So this minus this one, how much? 1066 pixels. So your final window width is, what is that? 1066 pixels. The total width of this one. So if you want to place the image to the center horizontally, exactly you divide this particular width into width divided by 2. At this position, if you want to get the width to be center, you have to divide it by 2. That is what I did in my program. I subtracted the image width from the actual window width and I divided it with by 2. So my image got centered on my page. Okay, I'm going to remove this one. Similarly, I'm going to calculate the y value also by using the same formula. Instead of width, you have to use a height. Height divided by 2. Okay. Now add the particular value. Image dot sign. Now this to be left. Right. Now refresh the page. Sorry, I need to close this one again. Come back to this. Refresh this page. Click on this. See, my image got centered. Of course, it's not centered to my. Come back into this. It's not white. It's the top file. Refresh. Click on this. Now you can see image got appeared on the center itself. Now I created an image overlay. Okay. Now you have to adjust the height. Here I'm getting a white background. The background I'm able to see from the foreground. You have to adjust those things. Okay. You just try to fix it. Okay. That is as an assignment for you. And right, that is the way how to create a overlay on your HTML. Now I want to remove this overlay. When I click on this, I want to remove this. So here again, I'm clicking on this particular image, not on this image. I'm going to click on this particular image. So now this image need to be handled the click event, right? So what I'm going to do at the last, I'm going to do something like my new image is what I have created on fly, that is img, okay, and event listener, this to be handled the click event, and write a callback function for that. Okay. So inside that, if there is already an overlay, okay, if my overlay is there, if there is already overlay is there, then remove it. Okay. So how I'm going to remove it? My overlay dot parent element. This is the way you are accessing the DOM. So overlay is nothing but your div section. Okay. So div is on parent node. The parent node is body, HTML body. Okay. On the HTML body, I'm writing remove chain of my overlay. So that means the image got disappeared. Click on this, click on this. See, it's going to be disappear when I click on this. So you can apply those overlay features on remaining images and try to make it as an assignment. Okay, and yeah, that is about how to create a overlay on your HTML page using pure JavaScript. Hope you understand this one. Right? This is a very simple thing. You can easily create such type of applications on your web pages. Still guys. So watch our video channel for more JavaScript fundamentals or JavaScript examples. Thank you. Bye.